Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM22 story, The Head Coach, with me, Daniel. It's part 99 today. We look ahead to the century coming up, but we've got some problems at Manchester United. We're in good form, but we are back to face Liverpool and Arsenal in two big Premier League games. We've come back slightly earlier in the January transfer window than we normally would, and that's for a couple of reasons. Firstly, as you can see, City are keeping pace with us, just 6 points behind now. Plenty to play for in the next few weeks. But we've also got a crisis in certain positions. One of our younger star players has been sold by the director of football. He's doing his usual of replacing him by signing lots of players in a completely different position. And we've also got AFCON, which means two more players away in that position too. Jesus Bassone still out for the season. There are lots of problems for us to overcome. So if you're looking forward to seeing if we can, whether we can get big results and what on earth has been happening in this January transfer window, then please do put a thumbs up on the video and subscribe down below for daily FM22 content. We had a big transfer deadline day in yesterday's Hemel episode. You can find that one up in the eye above. Also there are links to the Twitch channel and the football podcast for regular content on both. A massive thank you for your support with those two. But we've got to worry about Manchester United because the fact that the bank balance is still in the negative is almost the most concerning thing at the moment. Because if I show you what's been happening off the pitch since the last episode, I'm not sure you'll be expecting what's happened, because if we go to the transfers and look at what's happened in and out of the club, there are surprises. Let's see the transfer history. It has not been good. We've got two signings, one first teamer who's really good, and I mean really good. We'll talk about that in a minute. But look at the outs. It's a disaster. We have lost for £101 million Philip Jalocka, our star central midfielder, one of the youngest superstars in the team, and to a potential title rival of the future in Chelsea. Why on earth he wants to go from United to Chelsea to not win things, I don't know. But Philip Jalocka has left this football club. I don't really know why he's made the move. It doesn't quite seem right. But I'm really worried about us without him in the middle of the park. So he's not been replaced as it stands. That's a big problem. We've also lost Timo Erdogan, who's gone on loan to Wolfsburg, which given the defensive problems with injury at the moment isn't ideal. We also lost Nasser Voloshin, which I'm not so upset about, but £18 million, what a loss financially. That's a flop from John Murtow. And then out on loan goes Eddie Cliff, one of the youngsters as well, to Luzerne. He's played a couple of times off the bench in some of the cup games. So 3 first teamers out essentially, 1 in so far. A youngster, Tom Wood, joined from Kilmarnock, who is never going to make the level. But the one we're excited about is Lambert van den Berg. He comes from Salzburg for £16.75 million. He's a 19-year-old Belgian international left-back. And I think he could be one of the best in the world. 3-star ability, 4-star potential, can play on the wing too. He's not as good as Pavati. He's not as good as Bordenelli. But Bordenelli's now going to become a bona fide centre-half. And Van den Berg will be our sub-left-back and our sub-left winger too. What has concerned me, given the fact we've now got him, and that we've got Bordenelli, and that we've got Pavati, and that we'll have Erdogan coming back from loan in 6 months, and that we've lost Bruno Fernandes to retirement and Jalocka in the last 2 transfer windows in centre midfield, is if we go to the transfer centre, what's he trying to do? He's trying to sign another left back. Of course he is. He's trying to sign Luciano for £12.25 million. Another good young defender, but not quite as good as the one he's just signed. And why do we need another left back? We had it with goalkeepers in the summer. Now we've got it with left fullbacks. Will you not just go and sign me a midfielder, man? You've sold someone for £100 million. How can you not see there's a hole in the squad there? I do not get it. Oh, it's frustrating. And with Amponza, the first choice partner of Jalocka in centre midfield away at AFCON, with Hannibal, the first choice backup away at AFCON, with Johnny being sold in the summer, all of our first 4 centre midfielders last year are gone. And if you put Bruno Fernandes' retirement in there as well, we're going to have a very hard couple of weeks. Let's go to the schedule though, because we have had good form off camera. And to be fair, bar the Arsenal and Chelsea games, we've played sides we'd expect to beat pretty comfortably. We bounced back from that Palace defeat in which we had the dominance of expected goals. It was just that one-off game a season. We won 6-2 at home to Norwich. Not the best defensively, but Rashford with 2, Agumbi, Bordenelli, Thompson and Magno Luiz all got a goal. Away to Brighton it was 3-0 and Mbappe hat-trick. Away to Arsenal it was 4-1. We actually went a goal down in this game, but Mbappe, 2 for Yakubu and Selly and Boya wrapped up the win. A 3-1 win at home to Newcastle on Boxing Day. Yakubu, Mbappe and Boya again. And then 2 days later we rotated heavily, but Sancho volishing his last goal for the club and Magno Luiz got us a comfortable win. Into January, Chelsea really let us down. A 4-1 win against them, 2 for Boya, 1 for Yakubu, 1 for Mbappe. Of course, Jalocca at that point was on his way out of the club. And then at home to Derby County, we played a few youngsters off the bench. We played a couple in the starting 11, but we still managed to win 5-2. Hannibal started his last game before AFCON, and then Thompson, Magno Luiz with a brace, and Bordenelli got us a comfortable win. So we have now lost our star player and star midfielder 2 windows in a row because Bruno Fernandes retired in the summer, Jalocca's gone now, and we've lost Jalocca to a team 16 points behind us. What has he seen that makes him want to go there? I just don't know. Let's go and get into our first game note. Liverpool, 3rd in the league, 13 points behind. We've had varying levels of success and entertainment against them in recent seasons. So let's see what this one brings. We'll be back in a minute to run through the 11. So we've had to improvise a little bit here. Vandenberg will be on the bench for the first time after joining the club. We've also promoted Redmond and O'Halloran, 2 of the better youngsters, into the first team. Redmond has just come back from a loan and will now be a utility centre-half and right-back. We have a look at the 11 though. I've basically had to drop Selly and Boya back into central midfield. Something he's done for us at Palace. We know he's capable of. Yakubu's had to drift into the middle and Russell Thompson out to the right wing. We've got 2 positions, being the other centre mid where Jalocca used to play and left wing with Sancho and Zolis where no one's really in form. And obviously Xavier Benjamin isn't a Premier League winning centre half. He's a solid squad player who's now having to play every week. So our 11 in full is Fournier in goal. Pavati and Guy are the fullbacks with Benjamin in a Nashio centre-half. Boya in a deeper role alongside a Gumbi. Thompson, Sancho and Yakubu the attacking mid-3. And Kylian Mbappe up front on his own. He's got a lot of work to do today. Not had his strongest season so far, but he's finding form at the right time. Can he continue that form away at Anfield? Well, here we go then. It's familiar names in this Liverpool side. We've played them a lot now. Thomas Frank still keeps his job. I think Alexander-Arnold is the only original Liverpool player in that starting 11 now, but a few of the older ones off to the bench. Cavadio, Aya, not getting starts anymore. So let's see how it pans out today. We've adjusted the set pieces for Yakubu in the middle. Into the first half we go. Manchester United need to be at their best. Well, 6 minutes on the clock here. It's not been the most exciting start, but Liverpool trying to play out from the back here. Alexander-Arnold into Valverde and Felix. Changed shape a little as well. Felix playing off the right this time. Into João Pedro who loses out. I can't see where Kevin Brown is. He'd normally be the man up front, or off the right. I think he's playing on the left today. So it's a slightly different setup here for Liverpool. As Sancho goes back into midfield, Agumbi releases Sancho through ball to Boya, making a run from the deeper position. It's not changing the fact that he is now settled in and finding some epic form. A big early goal for Manchester United. Selly and Boya adapting position, and maybe he'll be the natural solution in the middle because we can drop him deeper, play someone a bit lower risk in the number 10 role, and trust Boya to give us a world-class display. 20 minutes gone, we're 1-0 up, and the stats would suggest we're decent value, as Benjamin gets the ball from his keeper to play out from the back, plays Gaia on the right, and Russell Thompson does give us a little bit more pace in those wide areas. As Mbappe goes back to Yakubu, wide to Sancho, inside from the left, he cuts back, crosses towards Russell Thompson, and it's a great save by Cala in the Liverpool goal. It's a fabulous effort, and Thompson playing well. Amazing that he still can't get in the Scotland side, despite starring for United, as we have a corner headed away off the line. Benjamin recycles it though, and Mbappe's ball in is blocked by Valverde, and Liverpool doing a bit of a clinging on job, because United, utterly dominant at the moment. And we're back again with a throw-in on the left-hand side. Pavati over halfway to Yakubu. Sancho switches it towards Thompson, but he's not going to get there. Just a little bit optimistic, maybe, in terms of his pace, as Diatta plays out to Arellano. No rush to get forward here at Liverpool, and maybe that's what's costing them. Though Brown picks it up on the left. Maglio's released. They've got 3-on-3 here. We're making a run to get back, but not quick enough. Maglio cuts inside Gaia like he's not there. But he then goes selfish and shoots. It's over the bar. There were 2 in the middle. I'm not sure he took the best option there. But with 5 to the break, we're clinging on. Liverpool just growing into it after a poor start. We maintain the lead. We're going to get into the dressing room. We need to make sure these lads don't drop off because Liverpool, they're not going to get any worse. 1-0, let's see what the second half brings. As 5 minutes into the half, we've got an attacking throw with Gaia. Unfortunately, Thompson gives the ball away, though he does win it back immediately. The ball back to him from Gaia's not the best, though. And he is the weakest player on the pitch. You can see it, actually. Like him and Agumbi from the ratings there, and Xavier Benjamin. They're the three weakest on the pitch for us. They're just not the top-class players. It's whether they can do a job consistently enough. Because this is City's best chance in a long time to catch us. And Liverpool could do them a favour as Trent Alexander-Arnold crosses. Gaia had lost Brown, he'd peeled off at the back post. And he somehow misses the target entirely as Maglio on the left-hand side. Poor cross which is intercepted by Sancho. Up to Mbappe, we could do with one of his specials. He can't deliver it though, that is wayward from 25 yards. And it remains just 1. This game, I'm not confident it's won yet. And with 25 to go, I'm going to make changes. Agumbi and Thompson really struggling. In the middle, our options are basically Emre Azun and Santiago Casal. So Casal will come on. He's played there a couple of times already. We're also going to take off Xavier Benjamin for Bordenelli because he's looking apprehensive at the back. And Thompson will be replaced. Do you know what? I think I might do Emre there. And then maybe put Yakubu back out wide, which is what seems to suit him best. Although I'd like to keep the strength in the middle. So let's bring on Zolis. We'll switch Sancho to the right. Hopefully we're able to cling on. And it's a corner for Liverpool. 20 left. It's a free header. Oh dear, oh dear. McFarlane wins the header. Pavati's on the post, but it hits him or the post first. Then hits the other and goes into the side netting. And again, we've thrown it away. It's not been a good performance, to be fair. And that's why we came back for these games. This run of 3 fixtures is going to be really crucial in the title race. And if City can defy the odds and actually stay consistent, which I know is a big ask of the AI in FM, they've got a real chance to win this title because we're not at our best. And our midfield has been significantly weakened as Inacio gets the ball at the back. Have we got anything in an attacking sense? We haven't because Casal's given it away. And this is the problem. Our centre midfield, as Pedro's in to score again, our centre midfield is basically formed of a number of attacking midfielders. I picked Agumbi from the start because he's the only defensive-minded one. He's not good enough. Casal gives the ball away there. It's a weakness in the team. We've not got a natural centre-half, or we've got an average one in Benjamin. I don't know how we recover from this in the next few weeks, unless John Murtaugh turns up with a midfielder, which I'm not banking on at the minute. Though we've nicked it with Casal through to Sancho. Could be a big goal. The keeper has not covered himself in glory there. Cala drops it through him. Sancho cuts in off the right. And Santiago Casal has made amends. Gave it away playing deep in the pitch. But what a fantastic assist that was. Lovely little ball through to Sancho. And we might be happy to nick a point. Or could it get even better? 1 minute to go. Pavati throws into Yakubu. Ball away. Headed clear by McFarlane. Boya gets it again though. Finds Bordenelli. He charges forward to Zolis on the left. Pavati plays a 1-2 with him. Casal to Mbappe to Yakubu. It's a well-worked move, but a very good save. And Cala does well to hold on to it. 4 minutes of stoppage time. I think it's been seen out. It's not the worst result in the world. A 2-2 draw away at Liverpool I'll take right now. If City win though, the pressure builds for the Arsenal game. Well, no fitness test time today because there aren't any fitness tests. But we're coming up against Arsenal, who are now in 3rd place in the league. Manchester City did win their game last weekend, so the gap is now 4 points at the top. Our draw's going to cost us, and our Arsenal going to be able to peg us back today. We've got lots of players to close down. We're getting loads of offers for random players as well. Thankfully, no more accepted since you were last here. But anyone from backup keeper Van der Voort to Benjamin the centre-half to a string of midfielders, I'm a little bit concerned about what the rest of this month will bring. Still no offer for a replacement for Jalocca either. So let's go and pick our 11. I'm not sure what to do from last week, to be honest, because we've still got all the rest away at AFCON. And I actually think we look better before we make the subs. So maybe we have to sacrifice the rating, but Russell Thompson's the one I'm not sure on. So as we're at home, I'm going to go for more technical ability. Emre Uzun is going to come in as the number 10. Yakubu's going to go back out to his traditional right wing position. And the rest of it will stay as it is. So one change to the starting 11. And we just hope. Because at the moment, it's a clinging on job until AFCON's over. And here we go. Let's have a look at the starting 11 for Arsenal today because former United player Anthony Elanga's in there. They've still got Odegaard on the bench. They've still got Ramsdale in goal, Todibo, Saka, Milinkovic-Savic, and Elliot Bailey is a former United player as well. I think he went United to Chelsea and then Chelsea to Arsenal. So he's played for a lot of the top English sides in this game. But I'm not sure what to make of Arsenal because a few more youngsters coming into the team now, a few more regens too. And they are looking a little bit stronger this year than they have in recent seasons. So let's get through the tunnel interview and just hope we can find a win. Or at least avoid defeat to stay at the top. Well, second minute of the game. It's an Arsenal corner straight away. And Fournier has to make a good save at the front post. It was a free header. It's not the best defending in the world. I'm almost a little bit worried that we might get a title race this season. Which, to be fair, we've been calling for a couple of years. But the circumstances of it are very frustrating. As here come Arsenal out from the back. They're keeping the ball better. And you can see they're winning the midfield battle because we haven't got that quality in there. Here's Benjamin at the back though. Goes wide to Bivati. And maybe that's where our strength is. As Sancho up to Mbappe. Played on by the left back. And that is a fabulous finish. Sancho assists. Mbappe scores. And after 2 minutes of Arsenal dominance and chances, we run down the left wing. Put the ball through to Mbappe. And undeservedly go 1-0 up. As here come Arsenal again. Back into possession. Galan comes over halfway to Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Bivati intercepts the ball through. He finds Sancho, who's really performed these couple of games. It's intercepted through ball though. Bayer finds Gomez. And it's out towards Elanga on the left-hand side. Inside to Sotomayor. Back to Saka, playing at left-back. Got caught out for the goal, but delivers there. And Arsenal have equalised immediately. Michael Magri at the back post heads in, completely unmarked. It's a great header to put it back where it came from. But with 5 minutes gone, it's all Arsenal, and we were just fortunate to nick a goal. As Saka with a throw on the left-hand side again to Bailey. Saka's charging at the fullback. It's been forced wide, but gets the cross in. Elanga's up. It's a free header again. Where are the centre-halves here? Fournier holds on to it. He's made 2 big saves already. And we're playing out from the back. It's a little bit more end-to-end than we'd like, but Arsenal are poor at the back as Mbappe gets it again. That is a special, special goal. We needed something spectacular, and from 30 yards, crashing in off the underside of the crossbar, my favourite type of goal has got us level. 2 shots, 2 goals. We're running against play here as Agumbi gets it on the edge, delivers to Yakubu, free header at the back post. Somebody tell me how we're 3-1 up. 9 minutes gone. Arsenal, brilliant in possession, terrible at the back. 3 shots, 3 goals. Arsenal, 3 shots, 1 goal. That's the only difference here, because Arsenal have matched us all the way. As Ramsdale goes for the big kick, flicked on towards Benjamin. Is this going to be one of those crazy FM games? It might even be a mauling, because Sancho's in here. Lovely reverse pass from Mbappe. It's intercepted, just hasn't got that pace after all those injuries. As Magri gets down the right. Back to Bertan. He finds a centre-half Gallen. Brings it out over halfway. He's got support from Sotomayor. Up towards Elanga, who's got plenty of pace, but can't get in behind. It's good defending, and Fournier comes to smother. The fact we're only 16 minutes in here is crazy. It should be about 3-3. Fournier's made 2 good saves. But the fact that Arsenal concede every chance gives us a great chance of winning, and we can put the pressure back on City as Inacio finds Emre. He gives it to Boyer on a yellow already. Got to watch out for that. Through ball towards Mbappe. He's in again. Oh, the Arsenal defending is absolutely tragic. We're going to check with VAR. I think he was onside. And Arsenal are literally conceding every chance against them. The goal's awarded 4-1. And Arsenal will be wondering how. Because it's been an even game. As Gaia picks the ball up to Emre. Here's a Gumbi in central midfield. Goes all the way back to his keeper. Nothing wrong with that. I'm almost baffled that we're 3 goals up here, to be honest. As Inacio finds a Gumbi. Big switch to Yakubu. He's got 2 in the middle if he can find them. Instead cuts back to Boyer. Into the penalty area to Yakubu again. What was the defender doing? It's in for 5-1, but Saka just flew into a sliding challenge with thin air. There was nobody there. The goal's going to count. VAR won't rule this out. We're 5-1 up from 6 shots. I don't know how this is happening. Arsenal battered us for 10 minutes and we're 5-1 up. Madness. This is FM at its maddest. As Boyer comes forward with the ball again, I tell you what, the confidence has gone from the visitors now. And it becomes a question of how many can we get. Gaia over the top. Todibo's header's missed. and Mbappe has missed an open goal. Well, we reached the half an hour mark. We're starting to dominate the stats, but the expected goals is less than 2. And it's 5-1. I mean, it's absolute carnage. Mbappe and Yakubu showing why they're world class. And with 5 minutes to the break, we're playing out from the back again. And Arsenal, after a really positive start, they just look deflated now as Emre gives the ball away in a number 10 role. Not had the best game, actually. Loses it again there to Bailey. He's just breezed past the defender and Ashio mops up. And Fournier can bring it out to Xavier Benjamin. He finds Gaia. Got support from Selly and Boyer. He gives it away to Alanga this time. Gomez picks it up. Back to Milinkovic-Savic. The challenge only finds Gomez. And it's wide at a post. He probably should have scored that. And that's been the difference in this game. Mbappe scored 2 or 3 of those. And Arsenal just haven't taken their chances. At half-time, it's somehow 5-1. There's nothing I can do, though, to explain this result. And that's why the commentary doesn't make sense. Because I have no idea how this is 5-1. We're going to make some changes shortly. Bring on a couple of the younger ones. But let's just make sure we don't concede first. Because Arsenal will surely come out all guns blazing. Or have they just gone down with a whimper? At 5-1, they might be at damage limitation. Zagumbi plays wide to Bavati, left side of the Arsenal area. Zagumbi somehow runs through the referee there. Gaia puts the knockdown to the front post. And Mbappe just gets it wide. He's already got his hat-trick. He can't be too worried. And I think with 25 to go, we're going to make some changes. Because Yakubu's knackered. We've got a pretty poor performance for an Emre, or an average one we should say. And Boyer on a booking. That means Santiago Casal will be on as a number 10. And in fact, I'll drop him into midfield. I'll put Sancho as the number 10. And I'm going to give Vandenberg a debut on the left-hand side as a winger. A chance for him to come on for his debut without that extra defensive responsibility. Russell Thompson will get another run out on the right. And we'll just try and see out the game. 25 left, 5-1. There should be no threat from here. But it's still not been a great performance. And we're back with 15 to go as Magri puts in a free kick to the edge of the box. Arsenal still on the front foot, still pushing. But they're not looking like scoring. Though Magri delivers. That might be famous last words. It is, but I think that's offside. Asprilla nods it back across goal. Gomez taps in. It looked off to the naked eye. Let's see what VAR says. They're checking the goal. Where's the hand signal? There it is. Goal disallowed. Offside given. It remains 5-1. Now what's the betting after the early struggles here that City go and drop points and wrap up the title for us early? There's a Gumby into Russell Thompson. Is that offside? It's a good ball from a Gumby. Thompson finishes with aplomb. Has he made it 6-1? The most undeserved 6-1 you'll ever see, but VAR has given it. Manchester United 6, Arsenal 1. The expected goals is now up to nearly 3, and Arsenal haven't been the same in the second half, but there is no way that was a 6-1 game. In the first 10 minutes, it could have been 3-1 Arsenal instead of 3-1 to us, but it boiled down to who took their chances, and Kylian Mbappe and Emmanuel Yakubu were the men that certainly did. Well, City have got a tough trip to West Ham later today, the same fixture we have next week, but the end of the transfer window is going to be crucial. John Murtaugh's lost out on his other left back, thank God as well, because we couldn't have done with another one. He's going to Manchester City, ironically. There is an offer though for Wale, so we'll see this before we go. Please be a centre mid, don't be another left back. A young, useless right winger? Of course it is. What more could we possibly need? Let's go and have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. If we look ahead, we'll get through the rest of January. Do you know what? I think we'll come back for that end of March there because that could be absolutely crucial. Of course, we might have a big FA Cup tie before, but the aim is the second leg of the Porto knockout round in the Champions League and Manchester City in the Premier League. Maybe a title decider before the March international break. If you did enjoy this episode though, and you are looking forward to hopefully seeing a genuine title race this season, then please do put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe down below for daily FM22 content from 2 long-term stories. We're back with Hemel Hempstead tomorrow, so turn that notification bell on to make sure you don't miss any updates. And you can find links in the eye above to yesterday's transfer deadline day in that series, the football podcast and the Twitch channel for regular content too. But a massive thank you for your support as always. Above my head now is yesterday's Hemel video. And I'll see you next time, a couple of days time, for a potential title decider in the Manchester Derby.